Have you ever wondered about Iran's role in the ongoing war in Ukraine? As the conflict unfolds, a new player has entered the fray, shifting the balance of power. Iran, a nation known for its prowess in military technology, has reportedly developed a new attack drone for Russia's war efforts in Ukraine. This isn't just any drone. It's the Shahed-107, an explosive and reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicle, possibly fitted with technology to seek out high-value battlefield targets. This development could potentially change the course of the war, allowing Russia to penetrate Ukraine's Western-backed air defenses. But how did Iran start developing this explosive attack drone? And what could be its significance in the war scenario? These are questions that demand exploration. So let's dive deeper into how Iran started developing this explosive attack drone. It all started with Iran's significant force design work to support Russia's interests regarding Ukraine. Iran's strategic alliance with Russia took a leap forward with the development of the Shahed-107 drone, a remarkable feat in military technology. This unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV for short, is an explosive and reconnaissance drone, meaning it's designed to seek out high-value battlefield targets and deliver a deadly payload. The Shahed-107 drone is a member of the Shahed-101 family, but what sets it apart is its distinctive V-shaped tail. It's about 2.5 meters long, with an impressive wingspan of 3 meters. This drone isn't just large though, it's also incredibly mobile. It can be launched from a vehicle and is estimated to have a range of up to 1,500 kilometers. That's over 900 miles of potential territory that this drone can cover. But the Shahed-107 isn't just about size and range, it's also about intelligence. This drone is believed to be fitted with a live streaming transmitter, allowing it to transmit video in real time. This means that it can identify targets on the front line and relay this information back for other UAVs or weapon systems to strike. This combination of reconnaissance and strike capabilities makes the Shahed-107 a formidable tool on the battlefield. The Shahed-107 drone was put through its paces in a trial conducted by Iranian security forces in conjunction with the Russians at an airbase in central Iran. The trial also included the Shahed-136 drones, demonstrating Iran's ongoing commitment to advancing its drone technology. This was not Iran's first venture into drone technology, however. In fact, Iran has long been a player in the drone space, having previously supplied Russia with hundreds of one-way attack drones, known as the Shahed-131 and Shahed-136, or suicide drones. These UAVs are designed to fly into targets and explode on impact, making them a potent addition to any military arsenal. The development of the Shahed-107 drone is a significant milestone in Iran's military manufacturing capabilities, and its delivery to Russia could have a profound impact on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. But as we'll see, this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. This was not Iran's first venture into drone technology, however. Previously, Iran has been accused of supplying Russia with hundreds of one-way attack drones known as the Shahed-131 and Shahed-136. These drones, dubbed suicide drones, have been a significant part of Iran's contribution to the ongoing conflict. Iran's history with drone technology is both complex and intriguing, and these drones provide an excellent lens through which to examine it. The Shahed-131 and Shahed-136 drones are not your average UAVs. Designed for singular high-impact missions, these drones fly directly into their targets and explode on impact, hence their nickname. They have been used by Russia in a combination of drone and missile strikes, aiming to penetrate Ukraine's Western-backed air defenses. The strategy is simple but deadly, launching waves of attacks against both civilian and military targets across the country. Iran's involvement in the development and supply of these drones reflects the intricate force design work they've engaged in to support Russia's interests regarding Ukraine. The Shahed-131 and Shahed-136 drones are products of this engagement, and their use in the conflict has drawn global attention and concern. But how did Iran come to be a supplier of such high-tech weaponry? Well, it's a story that stretches back several years. Iran's focus on drone technology has been driven by a combination of necessity and ambition. On one hand, International sanctions have forced the country to rely on domestic production for its military equipment. On the other hand, the development of drones represents Iran's aspirations to be a significant player in the international military technology scene. This ambition has resulted in a steady stream of drone innovations coming out of Iran, with each new model showcasing improved capabilities and sophistication. The Shahed-131 and Shahed-136 drones are perfect examples of this. They're not just tools of war, but symbols of Iran's growing prowess in drone technology. But the Shahed-107 marks a new chapter in Iran's involvement in the war. This new drone is a leap forward in terms of technology and strategy. It's not just an attack drone, but an explosive and reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicle, capable of seeking out high-value battlefield targets. This shift in focus from quantity to quality signifies Iran's evolving role in the conflict and its commitment to supporting Russia's war efforts. The delivery of the Shahed-107 drone to Russia marked a significant step in Iran's support for Russia's war in Ukraine. This development is a clear reflection of the substantial force design work Iran is engaged in to bolster Russia's interests regarding Ukraine. The Shahed-107, an explosive and reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicle, was reportedly offered to Russia in a deal estimated to be worth over $2 million. This drone is not just a piece of machinery. It is a strategic asset, potentially fitted with technology to seek out high-value battlefield targets. From British and American multiple-launch rocket systems used by Ukrainian forces to other crucial installations, the Shahed-107 is a game-changer on the battlefield. Just to give you an idea of its capabilities, this drone is about 2.5 meters long, with a wingspan of 3 meters. It can be launched from a vehicle and has an estimated range of up to 1,500 kilometers. The Shahed-107 is believed to be fitted with a live streaming transmitter for transmitting video, which means it could be used to identify targets on Ukraine's front line for other unmanned aerial vehicles or weapon systems to hit. This delivery comes on the heels of previous accusations against Tehran of supplying Moscow with hundreds of one-way attack drones known as the Shahed-131 and Shahed-136, also known as suicide drones because they fly into targets and explode on impact. Russia has been using a combination of drone and missile strikes to try to penetrate Ukraine's Western-backed air defenses in waves of deadly attacks against civilian and military targets across the country. As a part of this deal, it has been claimed that Iranian security forces conducted a trial with the Russians at an airbase in central Iran that included the Shahed-107 and the Shahed-136 drones. The development of this new type of drone underlines Iran's growing military manufacturing capabilities and its importance to Russia's war effort. But the delivery of the Shahed-107 is not the only way Iran is supporting Russia's war efforts. This drone is just one piece of the larger puzzle that exemplifies Iran's key role in Russia's ongoing conflict in Ukraine. But as we'll explore next, there's even more to this story. Iran appears to be on the brink of providing Moscow with surface-to-surface ballistic missiles. This development, if confirmed, would mark a significant escalation in the ongoing war in Ukraine. These missiles are not just an upgrade from the drones we've discussed earlier. They are a game-changer. Ballistic missiles are far more lethal and harder to shoot down than drones. They can travel at supersonic speeds, they can carry larger payloads, and they are typically equipped with multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs, which enable them to strike multiple targets simultaneously. As you can imagine, this makes them a formidable weapon in any military arsenal. But what does this mean for the war in Ukraine? Well, it's not good news, that's for sure. The introduction of ballistic missiles into the conflict could lead to an increase in the scale and intensity of the fighting. More importantly, it could potentially tip the balance of power in favor of Russia. But it's not just about the immediate impact on the battlefield. The potential delivery of these missiles is also a clear demonstration of Iran's expanding military manufacturing capabilities. It's a statement to the world that Iran is a major player in the global arms trade, capable of producing and supplying advanced weaponry to other nations. This development would also underscore Iran's importance to Russia's war effort. It shows that Russia is not fighting this war alone. It has allies who are willing to provide it with the resources it needs to sustain its military campaign. This, in turn, could have implications for the international community's efforts to resolve the conflict. In conclusion, the potential delivery of ballistic missiles from Iran to Russia is a development that could have far-reaching implications, not just for the war in Ukraine, but for the wider geopolitical landscape. It's a situation that the world will be watching closely. The delivery of these missiles would further underline Iran's growing military manufacturing capabilities and its importance to Russia's war effort. The development and delivery of the Shahed-107 drone, along with the potential delivery of ballistic missiles, highlights Iran's growing role in the ongoing war in Ukraine. Over the course of this video, we've delved into the intricacies of the Shahed-107 drone, a sophisticated piece of technology that Iran has developed and offered to Russia. This drone, equipped with reconnaissance capabilities, could potentially change the face of the battlefield by seeking out valuable targets. We've also explored Iran's history with drones, a story that tells of continual advancements and innovations. This history sets the stage for the delivery of the Shahed-107 to Russia, a move that appears to signify Iran's growing alignment with Russia's interests. The potential delivery of ballistic missiles, a development that's far more lethal and harder to shoot down than drones, underscores the escalating stakes of this conflict. This partnership between Iran and Russia, if it continues to solidify, could have far-reaching implications for the war in Ukraine, and indeed, for global geopolitics. As the war continues, Iran's role is likely to become increasingly significant. Only time will tell what the full impact of Iran's involvement will be.